Alright, Shaq Talk Stocks. We back another day, another video, man. Alright, so I'm always bringing you guys the news. And look like the CIA about to go public, y'all. Alright, here we go. Let's get right into it. So Palantir. Now they've been a secret company since its inception in Silicon Valley since before that, since 2003 when it was funded by CIA money. And it looked like finally out of all the secrecy and all the hidden hill stuff and all that, it's finally about to go public. Now this company, like I said, has been around after all that counterterrorism and after 9/11s, after the towers fell. 2 years later, this company was founded, but it's always been like a big secret. Like I always say, it's a data collecting company. Like I said, I bring y'all the news, man. This don't shoot the messenger. This is just the news I'm bringing y'all. So if you might not know, I ain't telling you to invest in this type of company, but I ain't investing in this type of company. I like, me, I'm about privacy. I don't, we ain't gonna get into that. But I keep my opinions to the side and I just give y'all the news. But let's get into the article. Palantir Technologies was known for years as the most secretive unicorn startup in Silicon Valley. But going public has turned the company from a shrinking violet to an exploding fountain of information. Yeah, with all your information. Palantir Public filed for public listing on August 25th. Now, they're actually saying that this is not an IPO. That's where people are getting it messed up. This is actually a direct listing. This isn't. I don't even think this has been done too many times in the market. So they're like spearheading some history right here. I don't know how they have all this power to do that, but that goes without being said, right? Use your brain. In the initial filing, Palantir executive Alexander Karp loudly and publicly broke up with Silicon Valley in a letter at the beginning of the document, a unique approach that sought to defend Palantir's secretive work building and warfare capabilities for the government and its allies. Okay? The letter confirmed earlier that reports Palantir has moved its headquarters from Alto, California to Denver, Rockies, and seen to advertising-based business such as Facebook's for his co-founder Peter Thiel. Now Peter Thiel, he's that's the PayPal dude. He co-founded PayPal, so he got hand in this. Also, this thing is split up into like three. There's some weird stuff going on with this quote unquote IPO. It's split up the shareholders, right? They have classes basically of who owns basically the three people that founded this stock. They're gonna control this stock. Just a heads up, because they have like Class A, Class B, and Class F of how many shares that the holders are gonna the top holders are gonna hold. All right, let me get on to the meat of the article. This is what I want right here. The core reason Plantar has been secretive and controversy since its founding in 2003 is that it was began with money from the CIA Central Intelligence Unit to develop. Let me highlight that just so y'all know what I'm reading. Develop data crushing software from the government. Plantar received funding from QTEL, CIA funded nonprofit venture, Capital Arm, to develop its first major product, Gotham. That's like one of their spywares. These guys actually helped locate your boy Osama back in 2011. So this the big boys right here. Just know before you invest. Which launched in 2008 to help the government entities with surveillance and planning warfare. They probably even ran down on Soleimani. Who knows? The Federal agency in the U.S. then began using Gotham to investigate potential threats and help protect soldiers from improvised explosive devices. Plantar disclosed today the platform is widely used by the government agencies and United States and its allies. Plantar has moved beyond business, however, and started serving corporate clients in 2016 with its second platform, Foundry. So this is for the corporate world. That's for the corporate people and corporate spying section. They put it. Gotham is for the military, and Foundry is for let's say Facebook, PayPal, stuff like that. Plantar now says that a little more than half, 53% of its customers come from private sector instead of government. Can you really be private? Man, I don't even believe all that private stuff no more, bro. I think everything that's come from that side, if you understand what I'm saying, like ain't nothing private out here, bro. If you got a lot of money, ain't nothing private. You part of the, you down with the whole system, bro. I can't make a lot of money and think I'm just stay private. It don't work like that. even as Plantar considers different divisions in the same government department as separate customers. See what I'm saying? While the majority of Plantar customers may be commercial businesses, that doesn't mean the majority of the revenue comes from those contracts. Plantar has had 125 customers in the first year and paid an average of 5.6 billion in 2019. And it goes on and on and on. Now, I want to get to the part with the shareholder breakdown. That's what I want to get to, where they break down who gets what, because there's some funny stuff going on, and people that's the major reason people actually are skeptical and investing in the stock because it look like the three guys at the top. Let's go to Google real quick. They're gonna be owning the majority of the stock, man. They're gonna be controlling the stock for a long time. So it's like that's no fun. I thought this was a public offering. I thought you'd have had like saying this, you know what I mean? But you gotta expect it, man. With a big company like this. All right, so here we go. Three red flags. Now this is all public knowledge, so I'm just bringing y'all the news, man. All right. Also, if you want the ticker symbol, it's PLTR. Go check it out when it drops. All right. The controversy PayPal founder Peter Thiel is also the largest shareholder. Let me highlight this. And one of the three founders who control the company. That's what I want to. That's what I want to tell y'all about. All right. Here we go. The three founders will control the company for a long time, no matter how much stock they own. Even after shares trade publicly, the company will effectively be controlled by Karp, Cohen, and Thiel for some time to come. That's because in addition to having B shares, see, it's like they have section of shares, which gives you an inside, which gives some insiders 10 votes per share versus the regular 1-to-1 A shares that will trade publicly. Each founder also has 33.33 interesting number of Class F shares. Now F stands for founder shares. This is gonna be the founder shares. These are the shares that they're not gonna sell. If once they sell it, you lose basically some control in the company, which will have variable voting rights, giving Class F stock the ability to control up to basically 50% of the voting power of the company. So basically, if any founder still owns any Class A or Class B stock, it will give the Class F holders majority say over the company's affair. You understand what I'm saying? Understand what you investing in before you invest. That's why reading is fundamental. With comprehension, you gotta understand what you're reading. I'm not against dual class shares of stocks per se. Many big technology companies have dual class shares that gives the founder significant control and have done still the combination of high executive compensation. They and the boys at the top earn the most money. It's always like that. And this is highly unique. Third class is somewhat concerning. Yeah, that class F. People ain't really heard about that, bro. It's kind of weird. But anyway, that's Plantar in a nutshell, and it will be trading for about $10. That's the rumor on Wall Street. Now let's get into Asana. I haven't even heard of this company, but it's another spyware company. Um, has so they're having an IPO too. Now I think they're having a traditional IPO. Don't quote me on that. They might be going direct to the market too. Asana has 1.2 paid million users and 3.2 million free activated accounts on its filing. That's the company. Like I said, check out more of these companies in depth. Don't just go in my video. I'm just bringing you the news. All right, so let's just get into a little bit of what Asana is about. Asana was founded by Duskin M. We just put it as that. Better known for co-founding Facebook. I thought Facebook was just founded by Mark Zuckerberg. No, all right, that's the story we heard. Asana filed its S1 last week and expect now. That's also funny too. These dudes is filing a week before and they getting on the exchange. You feel me? So they got a major pull. Normally you got to go through a whole. If you are a cannabis company, you got to go through a whole song and dance just to get your stock on the NYSE. These dudes, they file, they get it bumped the next week. It's lit for them. The company ranks at number 17 in this year's Forbes Cloud 100. I gotta check out what that Cloud 100 is. The annual ranking for the top private cloud computing companies. Yeah, a lot of companies are using cloud now, bro. Everything is going into the sky. Nothing's physical anymore. Asana is a workplace collaboration and planning software that designs to help teams orchestrate their work so they can achieve their goals more efficiently. The company's software is used by more than 7,500 companies. My company I work for probably uses software, including AT&T, listen on your cell phone calls, Google, listen watching everything you type, and the Nasdaq. Asana has 1.2 million paid users. The products provide teams with effective tools to coordinate their workflow and increase productivity. According to Asiana's founder, 28 of his work time is spending answering emails, 19 is gathering information. This is the big part right here. Switch these numbers around. 28 is gathering information, 19 and 14 is spent on internal communication. Now let's just get into the numbers, man. Like I said, I'm not investing in any of these companies, but I'm bringing you the news. So if you want to invest, if this is something up your alley, like just yesterday, how I brought you guys the defense stocks. I'm not a defense guy, but I'm gonna tell you about it just because this is what we do at Shack Talk Stocks. We inform the public or my people who over here subscribe. For the fiscal 2020, Asiana revenue came back at they made a lot of money, 142.6 million. That's the first for the fiscal, okay, representing the growth of 86 year over year, okay. And its most recent quarter ending in April, Asiana recorded 71% year over year revenue growth. So they're growing. The company also saw its losses grow from 50 2019 to 100. Well, the more money you make, the more money you spend. In the most recent quarter, net, let's go. Risk of operating in a highly competitive industry with many companies competing for shares of the market. Company states the market for work management solutions is increasing so they got competition on their back. I'm sure Amazon even gonna create like a sector that could to compete with these guys, if not team up with these guys. Don't mark keep my watch my word on that. Amazon is everywhere, and also Jeff Bezos, he's heavily invested in the CIA also. So he's let me Google that just so let me see. I like to do lifetime stuff. Amazon CIA. Yeah, the CIA contract. Yeah, the details about the CIA deal with Amazon. Yeah, so I think you get him like 600 million or something like that. So it's all connected. This is 2014. I didn't even know it happened that long ago, bro. I just I just be finding out news, man, and just bringing it to y'all that you might not know. Um, and just you might gotta be up on, man. But check these two stocks out. Real Ready Fair IPO tomorrow, the 30th. I think Plantar, yeah, 600 million. Yep, there we go. Building outside company, radical, Pentagon, right? So, yep, check out these Plantar coming out tomorrow. Coming out like a